All right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, happy Friday. As you can see here, the setup is a lot different. On a Friday, we are not in studio. TSUS is on the road. But again, appreciate you all tuning in Friday, November the 12th, 2021. I see Brendan, Travi, Will. Of course, I am Chris Phillips of the Daily Crow. As always, again, guys, appreciate you rocking and rolling with the punches. We do have a big upgraded whiteboard, by the way. Again, different setup. I brought out one of the old mics, so if the sound is a little funky, please let me know. But either way, yeah, I'm Chris Phillips of the Daily Crow. Appreciate you all tuning in, guys. Got a lot to get into here on a Friday. We are taking your questions, comments, calls. We've still got the entire setup there, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. If you're wondering where I'm at, what I'm doing, I'm actually in Charlotte, North Carolina, the old stomping grounds, because, of course, tomorrow we have our watch party at Carolina Ale House in Fort Mill, which is up in this area, so decided to come up early. Why not? Spend some time in CLT and take the show on the road. Because you know what? Why not? Because we can. My brother, what's up, Steven? See you tune as well. So, guys, you're in the Big Cock Club Discord. Head over to the TDC Questions channel. The TDC Questions channel, to be sure, your question or answer. Brendan M. says he's tuning in from the bus heading to Charlotte. So, hey, Brendan, somehow, if you can stop by, say what's up. No, either way, guys, again, appreciate you all tuning in. I guess I'm going to be holding this mic for the next 2 hours or so because I brought this tripod. No bueno. We need our boom arm. They don't have one in here. Oh, well, whatever it is, what it is. We'll make it rock. We'll make it roll. Guys, taking your questions, comments, calls again. My prediction is out, locked in on the podcast. Graphics set to drop in about an hour or so, but we'll talk about that. Basketball going tonight with both men's and women's. A lot to get into here on a Friday. Before we do that, I want to tell you about our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Guys are young but experienced and aggressive attorneys. They're both former prosecutors who used to represent insurance companies but switching sides. They both worked at larger law firms where they represented hundreds of clients at a time. And guys, they both left to start their own law firm because they understand you're not just a line item, you're not just a number, you're a real human being, and you should be treated as such. They're going to know who you are and treat you like a client, not a number. Guys, they handle injury cases that arise from car accidents and work accidents. Guys, do not try to take on the insurance company yourself. Been involved in any type of accident, no matter what it might be, the last thing you should be dealing with is paperwork, dealing with the insurance company. Let the experts over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm handle it for you. Guys, they use latest technology to make representation efficient yet effective. Again, guys, let them take care of everything for you. You don't even pay them unless they recover money for you. Rami's in Columbia, Curtis in Charleston. They handle cases statewide. They also offer virtual or in-person consultations at no charge. Guys, give them a call today in Columbia, 803-973-0304, or in their Somerville location, 843-388-3368. Or, of course, guys, your one-stop shop, their website, dsinjurylaw.com. That is dsinjurylaw.com. for more information. Guys, be sure to check them out. Again, that's our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. Okay, again, like I said, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. And like I said, guys, appreciate you all rocking and rolling with the punches. Obviously, this is not our normal setup. We are not in studio. We are on the road, though. TSUS is on the road. Like I said, I'm up here in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a beautiful day, too. Charlotte, North Carolina, my old stomping grounds. Came up here early because tomorrow, watch party, Fort Mill, South Carolina at Carolina Ale House. Guys, again, if you're in this area, would love you guys to come on out. Going to be a really, really good time. Yeah, so this is actually, believe it or not, and shout out our good friends, I think it's Taurus or something like that, whatever. It's basically like a WeWork in Charlotte, in South End. And this room is actually labeled the media room, the podcast room. So, I mean, I figured obviously it only made sense for yours truly to be in here. But, yeah, just got the whiteboard. They've got like a backdrop over here and some other stuff. And I'm like, man, you guys need help. You guys need me to help you set this thing up. You want to get this thing looking legit. You need me to help you set it up. But either way, whatever. We're here. We're rocking. We're rolling. It's all good. We do have a very big whiteboard, though. Whiteboard on steroids, right? So I don't know if you guys can see this. It says the redheaded stepchild of the SEC, of course, Mizzou, hashtag beat Mizzou. John Gibbs, yo, what's up, Chris? Didn't see your prediction, but mine is USC 28, Missouri 17. Yeah, John, of course, the podcast has dropped this morning, but content bleeding out the eyeballs. My prediction graphic will drop in the next hour or so. But, yeah, let's dive into it, man. Let's talk about it because obviously in the podcast I did lock in my prediction. And like I've been telling you guys all week, I'm optimistic. I am cautiously optimistic. Stress on the word cautiously. And one of the excerpts from, or one of the sentences from my prediction graphic that's set to drop is the very first one that says, yes, we've come to that point in the season where the Gamecocks have a perfect opportunity to lay an egg. Let's call it for what it is. Lay an egg and have the typical letdown game, if you will, that we've grown so accustomed to over the years, if you will, right? I mean, how many times have we seen a Gamecocks football team get a big win, celebrate all week, and then come into a game and for whatever reason not play their best football and not be able to follow up that performance with another win? So we've gotten to that point, okay? But like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. What is the status of Connor Bazelak, the Missouri quarterback? I think two things travel in the SEC, and that's running game and defense. Starting with the defense, I think you'll be opportunistic yet again. I believe in Clayton White. I'm a believer in Clayton White's defense and his scheme and his system and everything he wants to do. I think they'll have a good game plan ready to go. Can you, I'm not even going to say duplicate last week's running performance. Can you at least carry over some good vibes and positive momentum from that rushing performance against Florida into this one? Do I expect you to run for 284 again? Not necessarily. Even though Missouri's averaging giving up 271 yards per game, they are literally the second worst defense in all of college football, guys. They have not been able to stop a nosebleed this season. But I understand what scares Gamecock fans, because as good as this team looked last weekend, this team has looked so bad at times. And every game prior to the Florida game, this team looked terrible. With that being said, I guess South going to have the greatest bye week of all time, and it found some things behind a rejuvenated offensive line, Jason Brown injecting life into this football team and certainly this offense, and again, a defense that's really been there all season long. Mizzou's got some firepower. You know, Tyler Beatty's one of the best in all of college football, in my opinion, at the running back position, already eclipsed 1,000 yards. I think they'll get theirs. I think it's a very back-and-forth game, no question. I don't see it being a blowout like some are saying. I think it's going to be a very, very back-and-forth game. But with that being said, though, I think the Gamecocks, especially with Bazelak most likely not playing for Mizzou, I think South kind of will have enough to get the job done and outlast Missouri. And I think it's the defense at the end of the day that makes one or two big plays down the stretch that is the difference. So with that being said, I've got the Gamecocks in this one, believe it or not. I think they punched their ticket to bowl eligible to give me South Carolina 30, Missouri 24. I think the Gamecocks do nearly have a touchdown victory in this one. Hey, if you look at the spread right now in Circa Sports, South Carolina now sits as a 2.5-point favorite. 2.5-point favorite. So what has changed? What has happened? Is the status of Connor Bazelak, is that something that's come up? Is that something that's come up? I don't know. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm nervous. I'm nervous as hell. I don't, in some ways, I don't know what to expect. Because, again, you did something last weekend none of us saw coming. None of us expected, right? And it's like I told you guys going into that game last weekend. Hey, if you want to predict the running game is going to figure it out, if you want to predict this, that with the offense, that's great. But you're completely going against the grain. You're completely going against the grain because it hasn't happened. We haven't seen it. Well, now we've seen it. Now the question shifts to, is that really who you are? Or was that, I don't want to say a fluke, or was that just a magical night at Willie B where literally everything clicked for you? Again, I equated this yesterday. I put out the clip on social media, and I'll put it out, or I'll say it again. I look at this team like a weekend warrior golfer, right? You play your best round, you play your worst round. That's not who you are, though, on a consistent basis. Now, the good news is you don't have to be as good as you were last weekend to beat Missouri, in my opinion. Mizzou has problems. They got issues. Again, guys, they can't stop a nosebleed defensively. And Daddy-O says, I think we're about 70% of that. Hey, here's the good news, Daddy-O. I think even 70% of that is good enough to beat Mizzou. Again, I think this team is going to attack the game the right way. I don't think this is, going to be a team that's full of itself or feels like it's accomplished something when, there's still a lot to achieve, man. You haven't even hit bowl eligibility yet, right? So, lot to prove. You want to prove that last weekend, again, wasn't just a flash in the pan. And that, again, even if you're not as good as you were last weekend, because I think it's kind of wishful thinking to think South Carolina will play that well again. I mean, have one penalty, guys, not turn the ball over at all. It's probably unlikely and probably smart to not expect the Gamecocks to play that well. But again, what you're hoping is that this team tomorrow plays closer to that version than the previous versions we saw in the previous 8 games. So really only time will tell. Again, I'm nervous. I'm cautiously optimistic, and stress on that word cautiously, as I've said all week, but I am going out on a limb, picking the Gamecocks. I think you get to 6-4, and all of a sudden, man, again, sky's the limit with 2 huge games against Auburn and Clemson at home upcoming. But you should be able to run the football. And I think if you can do that, it'll open up some things in the passing. I got to think Missouri's, especially the last weekend, I got to think Missouri's game plan is to just stack the box and sell out on stopping the run. I have to think so. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. Again, that is my prediction. 30-24, I got the Gamecocks taking down Mizzou. Again, John Gibbs has 28-17 South Carolina. Will Croson says, like a lot of Gamecock fans, I'm scared we're going to lay an egg, but I'm optimistic we're the better team, and we can win on momentum, 34-30 Gamecocks. Again, I don't expect us to lay an egg. I think and I don't want to speak this into existence necessarily, but I think if we don't play well and lose, it will be this is what it will say, in my opinion. It'll more so say, hey, last weekend against Florida, it truly was just the stars aligned and it was a magical night. I don't think we'll come out and look flat and, lay an egg. If we get beat, we get beat. But, the spread's only 2.5, guys. It's been a field goal all week, right? So Vegas expects this to be a close game. Not that it matters what Vegas says, but, gives you a good indication of what the people nationally think about this game. Travis got 31-20 Gamecocks. I like it. Dude, I'd take a 1-point win. I mean, I've seen some predicting a 21, 28-point win. That still feels a little aggressive, even after the Florida game. That just feels really, really aggressive for this team. That feels really, really aggressive for this team, in my opinion. So, Brandon Wagner, appreciate the love on the shirt, my guy. I think I might have actually worn this earlier this week, but I do love this merch. Got my Just Start hat on. Do love this merch, man. I appreciate the love. For sure. Wanda Wells, they say focused, have a chance to win would be awesome for sure. Yeah, again, I think we'll come out focused. I don't see this being a team that's going to take it lightly and not be ready to play or anything crazy like that. So, all right, let's jump to the phone lines real quick.
Call from
Brian.
Brian, what's up, man? How are you?
What's going on?
Dude, just hanging out, man. Having a Friday. Appreciate you calling in.
Of course. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up of what I was thinking as far as the game. What I expect to see. So listening to Shane Beamer talk on Tuesday, he seemed very realistic and understanding that his team, went out there and exceeded expectations, but he also made it very clear that was the belief within the program and, basically where they're at. Every single player that went out there and talked, before him or whatever, said basically the same thing. It was a belief. They knew they were going to win that game. Now, it doesn't always work out that way, but the team's bought in. The team's spending the extra time on the practice field, behind closed doors, doing what they got to do to improve. And I think that bye week was crucial to, kind of get the pieces in the line and take a step back from, everything that was happening and really get things going in the right direction. So I think we are going to see consistency there. Do I think we're going to blow Missouri out? No, I don't think so. Playing on the road is always a challenge, no matter who you're playing against. But with that said, penalties, I think Missouri's probably going to have a decent crowd there. It's probably going to be a cold day. There's going to be mistakes that are made. We're not going to have a 1 penalty day. I'd be surprised if we didn't have 5 or 6, hopefully it's not, a 10 penalty day. But we're going to make some mistakes. I wouldn't be surprised if Jason Brown goes out and throws his first pick of the season. Some adversity is going to be faced. But with that said, I think we do play good enough. We get the ground game going. I think we found consistency there. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to run the ball against Missouri. No reason at all. So with that said, I'm thinking something around a 34-24 Gamecocks win.
I like it. Yeah, no, I like it. I think you have a good attitude and perspective on the what you said about not expecting this team necessarily to play as, again, as well or as clean as they did last week. But again, as I've said all week too, the good news is you don't have to play that well to just win this game because Missouri has their own set of issues, man. So yeah, like you said, it just I've said it all year, man, is fans just want it to make sense, right? And so do I. Like that's what blows our mind, or like what frustrates us so much is like when things just do not make sense. 2 + 2 = 4. We want that to make sense. And so if I don't again want to speak this into existence, but it's like after what you did last weekend, if you go out and you can't run the ball tomorrow, I mean, I'm just going to be at a loss for words. You know what I mean? Because, like, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to run it. I mean, they give up 271 yards per game. And, again, Shane Beamer's going to have all that coach speak, and they've gotten better. And look at the first half of the Georgia tape. I mean, that's all fine and dandy, man, but the stats are what they are. So, yeah, it's just not, it's not going to make a whole lot of sense. If you can't, certainly, again, like you mentioned, man, you should be able to run the ball. And, well, I think we will make mistakes. I think Mizzou will also make their fair share of mistakes. You know what I mean? They're a very imperfect team, and who knows about their quarterback situation. And, as long as the Gamecocks, again, it sounds simple, it sounds elementary, but if they can run the football and just slow down Tyler Beatty, get whoever's playing quarterback for Mizzou in some 3rd and longs, make them throw the football. Our defense has shown they can be opportunistic. So I like your pick, though, man. I certainly would take it again, whether it's a 1-point win or a 21-point win. I would take it, but 34-24 sounds good to me. So,
yeah, I think a lot of the issue too this season, is just the fact that we have a brand new coaching staff.
Yeah,
these guys have never coached together before. Shane Beamer's a brand new head coach. He's making mistakes, but it's what you do with those mistakes in the long run that really define you as a coach. To think that he was going to come out here and not make mistakes, that's just asinine. It doesn't make any sense. So you got to go out there and you got to put some feelers out there. You got to try different things. And sometimes you fail, but you take those failures and you evolve them into successes, and that takes time. So people have to understand that. They have to give it a good understanding that it's not going to all just kind of happen overnight. Sometimes we have to evolve, and the fact that we've shown progress, I'm ecstatic. So hopefully we can find consistency. And, I don't think we have to, get better every single week.
Right.
But, the last 3 or 4 games, if we look better than we did the first 3 or 4 games, that's progress to me, and we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, they remember November. So it's crazy. It's a what have you done for me lately type of business. And, if you close out, and let's just get crazy with it and say you close out the season 3-1 in your last 4, I mean, that's what people are going to recall. You know what I mean? That's what they're going to remember from the season. And, all of a sudden the perspective and the narrative on the season goes from, oh, you're the worst 4-4 team in the country and look how you've won, to everybody applauding Shane Beamer for the coaching job he's done. So, and that's another reason why I've been cautiously optimistic, man. We know it's just such a week-to-week game and so much can change on a weekly basis. And so that's why I don't, to me, it's like there's just no point in looking ahead to like Clemson per se. There's just a lot that's got to happen before then. So, but yeah, great opportunity, man. I think, like you said, it's obviously the bye week really helped. There was some self-evaluation done, some self-scouting done, and guys looked themselves in the mirror and made a conscious decision to, get it right. So it obviously came together last weekend. And, again, going on the road, you haven't had a lot of success. I don't know if you heard this. You're 2-10 in your last 12 SEC games on the road, which, again, that's a lot of the previous coaching staff. That's not all on Shane Beamer, but yeah, it would be a huge win tomorrow. There's no question. I know many people are just chalking this up easy W, but don't I would say don't take it for granted. South Carolina, if they can get the bowl eligibility tomorrow, that's a in my opinion at least, that's a job well done by Beamer and that coaching staff for all the adversity, all the crap that's happened over the last year. So yeah, the opportunity's there, man. The opportunity's there for sure.
And I think Shane's very mature for as young as he is as a head coach too, because he's made it very clear that they understand that bowl eligibility is hanging in the balance this weekend. And every single one of those players came out and told the media that yes, we understand it's there, but no, that is not our focus. Our focus is on beating Missouri.
Yeah.
So I think the mindset's there, and that's really the biggest thing throughout the week. The preparation. That's whenever you go out there and you lay a goose egg, is because you're celebrating a win. You're thinking about bowl eligibility. You're thinking about everything that doesn't matter. you got to focus on the next step.
Yeah, I think this team will attack this thing the right way. I haven't worried about that all week. I just, I don't know. I think they'll be ready to go. They'll be ready to play. I mean, if you get beat, you get beat. But I think this team will be ready to play. So,
right on. All right, man. Appreciate the call.
Yeah, appreciate you, my man. Thanks so much for calling in. Great stuff as always. 843-790-3377. Phil called in earlier about 5 minutes ago. Phil, if you want to call back in, would love to hear from you, my friend. I think he's actually in Columbia. 843-790-3377. That is the number, guys. Also, I see a couple of comments. Yeah, TSUS is on the road right now. Of course, tomorrow we have a watch party in Fort Mill, South Carolina, at the Carolina Ale House location. Decided to come up to Charlotte, North Carolina early, if you will, my old stomping ground. So shout out these folks here in this office, which it's kind of funny, man. I feel like, I'm pretty loud, pretty vocal when I'm in the studio. And so I'm kind of like, I was kind of like, man, can I operate as normal? But again, appreciate the fine folks here at, I think it's Terrace. Yeah, I think it's Terrace, whatever. They got the media room here, so we're all good. We got kind of our own setup. Obviously, you see the whiteboard behind me. So not the typical digs, but, hey, we're still rocking and rolling here on a Friday with the Daily Crow. Again, guys, podcast drop this morning, episode 535. Locking in my official prediction. The graphic will be out in about an hour or so. Again, apologize for not getting that out earlier. Just so much content this morning because guess what? Basketball's back as well. Both men's and women's returning to action tonight. Women taking on South Dakota in the Mammoth Invitational, and the men taking on Princeton in the Asheville Championship. I think the name of it is. Again, men tipping off at 9:30 on ESPN News. Women tipping off at 7 on ESPN News. Let's see. Luke Boyd says, I love Jason Brown's mindset. We aren't worried about bowl eligibility. We got to focus on what's in front of us with the next 3 games. Yeah, love it. For sure. It's the right attitude to have. Jordan Bray says 31-21 Cox on top. Ms. Who will stack the box to stop the run, and Jason Gunslinger Brown will throw for 200+ and 2 touchdowns. Love that prediction.
Phil Harris.
Phil, what's going on, my guy? What are the odds that the weekend you're down in Cola, I'm up in Charlotte? How does that make any sense?
It doesn't make any sense considering the coincidences of where we run into each other every once in a while. So, yeah, I'm baffled by that, to be honest with you. I'm actually pulling into Columbia right now, as a matter of fact. So
beautiful.
If anybody's in Columbia in the weekend and sees a black Maserati with North Carolina plates, that's me. Say hello, but don't run up on me like you're trying to carjack me.
My man's is whipping around Cola in a Maserati. Love to hear that.
And it really doesn't. I'm calling this thing Bruce Springsteen because it really wants to. It doesn't like to go anything under than 80 miles an hour. So it's born to run, baby.
Love that.
You can tell that this thing was designed by Ferrari as well. They're brother and sister companies. So this thing loves to move, Jack. I'm telling you right now.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah. Just to give you a little background about what I did yesterday. So in my hometown of Kings Mountain, North Carolina, we've got a brand new casino that has opened up. They're trying to build the actual building itself, but right now they got everybody in these looking like trailers basically, but they're up and running. It looks like a detention center is what it looks like. But anyway, so I went in there, put $20 into the slot machine, won $200. So the security guard who happened to be watching me, he said if I'd hit the next thing, it would have been 1,000 instead of 200. So I'm feeling pretty lucky. All right.
Love that.
That's to begin with. This morning I woke up from a dream where I saw the scoreboard 21 Carolina, Missouri 3. So I'm feeling very good about that. Just having a dream, a premonition, if you will.
Hammer the under, he says. Hammer the under.
Yeah, for whatever reason, that was in my dream, man. So if you guys believe in coincidences, you might want to throw some money on that. If we don't hit on it, don't blame me. I'm just a hillbilly from North Carolina. So,
love man. That's incredible. 21-3. Okay, I can ride. Hey, I'd love that. I would love that personally.
Yeah, me too, man. So just to give people a heads up, I know that you posted it. I appreciate that. You're always very good about posting stuff about Carolina rugby. The time has been determined for the game tomorrow. It will be at noon is the kickoff. So it's right outside of Williams-Brice Stadium on Bluff Road, guys. There's, I think it used to be the practice.
The old proving grounds. The old proving grounds, yeah.
Yes, sir. So the old guys like me that remember that, that's exactly where we're going to be playing at. Playing Alabama at noon, so should be fun. I'll be there. just an old alumni watching the game, man. That's all I am.
I hear you, man. Dude, you guys are best of luck to you all this weekend. I know y'all have a fantastic weekend and get the job done. And also, man, you as well, safe travels. And, yeah, man, have a blast for sure. So glad to have you back in Columbia.
Yes, sir, man. It's beautiful to be back. Thanks, and go Cox.
Yeah, appreciate you, my man, Phil. Take care, brother. We'll talk soon. Great stuff. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Daddy O says 41 degrees at kickoff tomorrow. F that. Yeah, I'd pass. Tony Sharp says 32-24 South Carolina. Love that. John Braddock, Missouri's defense is not good. I think that's the difference, and Carolina comes out with a W. Indeed, you got to take advantage. You got to score points. I mean, you scored 40 last week. You got to take advantage of Mizzou, man. Aaron Thompson says they got to stop their run. We have to run the ball. Isn't that the game plan every week? Hard to predict the Gamecocks team. South Carolina 24, Missouri 20. I mean, yes, Aaron, I know I sound like a broken record saying run the ball, stop the run, run the ball, stop the run. That's truly what it comes down to. I mean, it's truly what it comes down to for us, especially. Austin Greer says most books still have Missouri minus 1.5. Only a couple have us favored. Well, again, I use Circa Sports, and per Circa Sports, we are minus 2.5. So take it for what it's worth. Courtney Washington, yeah, we're on the road right now. TSUS is on the road just for today in Charlotte, North Carolina. Of course, the reason I'm up here is because I came up early because tomorrow we are in Fort Mill, which is about 20 minutes down the road. But back in my old stomping grounds, if you will, decided to switch things up on a Friday. So we are literally in like a WeWork center in Charlotte getting the job done. So, Courtney, I appreciate you rocking and rolling with the punches and appreciate you tuning in. Leonard Matthews, Dylan Wanham's out for the season, back surgery. Jalen Brooks is out for this week for a personal matter. Yeah, Leonard, I would not expect Jalen Brooks to play again this season. Would not expect it. Brennan M. in the TDC Questions channel of the Big Cock Club Discord says, I'm not looking forward to the cold. I hear you. I wouldn't be looking forward to it either. Yeah, Dylan Wanham out for the year, though. I'll tell you what, though, him being out didn't affect us last week. So, I don't know. We have a spam call coming in on a Friday. How about that? Brian Dean, South Carolina will knock Mizzou cockeyed. USC 38, Missouri 14. Luke Boyd says 31-28 Gamecocks. Brian Lattimore. Brian says, meant to tell you on the call, but I'm also from Charlotte. LOL. Nice. Yeah, I lived here for 4 years. So, Keith, welcome to my neck of the woods. What time are you going to be at Ale House tomorrow? Yeah, so kickoff's at 4. I'll probably get there around 2 or 2:30, I would say, just so we can get there in time to set some stuff up, hang the flags up, all that good stuff. But, yeah, man, Keith, if you want to come out, would love to have you. Look forward to seeing you guys out there. Like I said, Fort Mill, South Carolina location. The details are all over social media. I just reposted everything this morning. And after talking with the Carolina Ale House people, they actually say it's like one of their favorite locations. Not that they're like picking and choosing their favorites, but said it's an awesome location, really, really cool location. So, again, looking forward to getting out there. Again, appreciate those folks with Carolina Ale House. And if you tell them you're with TSUS, don't forget, tell them you're there for the watch party. You're with TSUS. You get 10% off your entire food and beverage purchase. So can't beat that. Austin Greer says, happy late TSUS birthday. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you. Yeah, it's really cool. In case you missed it, yesterday was the 3-year birthday, if you will, really the inception of the Spurs Up Show when we got the LLC and officially became a thing. So appreciate that. Appreciate it, Austin. Dustin Johnson says, how'd you get in with Carolina Ale House locations? Pretty awesome. Yeah, they honestly, man, they reached out to me. They reached out to me and they had seen my work and, we executed on a game plan in the preseason and the rest is history, man. It's been incredible. It's been a really, really good time. It's been a really good time. It's been awesome to link up and meet up with Gamecocks all across the state that maybe normally you wouldn't get to do so. Yeah, and again, I appreciate you all supporting and coming out. It's been an absolute blast. John Gibbs says, focus on one game at a time. We do that, then making a bowl will take care of itself. Indeed. Lance Player says, what's up? Killa just got done watching some film on Mizzou, and, buddy, those quarterbacks are something else in the quarterback run game. Yeah, got to stop the quarterback run game. Lance, by the way, side note for you, my friend. Side note for you. I have just put together the vlog of the Florida game tailgate, and my, oh my, friends, it is some legendary content, and I'll just leave it at that. Daddy Go says, I'll take 21-3 all day. Joseph Carson, 24-14 Gamecocks. Ryan, 24-17. Jeff Sweat, yeah, sorry, guys, the whiteboard says, Mizzou, the redheaded stepchild of the SEC, hashtag beat Mizzou. Aaron Thompson, basketball against Princeton today. Does Princeton still run the four corners? Remember, that used to be difficult to deal with. I believe they do. There's not a whole lot, guys, on Princeton. I said that on the podcast as well. When we get out of football, I will start doing like full game previews for basketball and stuff like that again. Right now, it's just tough because, again, football is the primary focus. And then, you're playing Princeton, guys. They've played one game against like a D3 team and won by like 70. So is there really a whole lot to talk about when it comes to the basketball games? Obviously, we'll be covering it. We'll be watching it tonight. But, not a ton to discuss, or not a ton to preview, if you will. Austin Greer, thoughts on Clemson media talking about Beamer? They seem a little nervous with young blood head ball coach. They just can't help themselves, man. They just cannot help themselves in regards to keeping an eye on Carolina. It's the little brother syndrome, bro. That's all it is. It's a little brother syndrome. Brian Lattimore, it's a shame you didn't make it to the Myrtle to the Ale House location. Yeah, Brian, they told me where to go. So Ryan says 2 things need to win. 1, offense to hold the line, and 2, no penalties. If we do that, we get the W. Definitely line of scrimmage, offensive line making plays. That's certainly going to be a huge key and a huge factor in the game for sure. Again, guys, I sound like a broken record, and it sounds, boring, if you will. It sounds monotonous to talk offensive line, whatever. But for this team, when your strength's supposed to be running the football, and especially I feel like in a matchup like this where it's like you should be able to run the football, 271 yards per game is what Mizzou allows. If you can't run the ball, it's going to be massively disappointing, right? It's just like I told Brian earlier, just like that's what I guess kind of scares me in this game, to be honest, is that, fans just want it to make sense. And it's not just South Gunner, right? In the game of college football, how often do we see results on a weekly basis that you look at and say, that doesn't make any sense? How does that make any sense? And so the feeling I had on Monday of like shock and disbelief, I don't want to have that same feeling next Monday of shock and disbelief for the other reason, for not a positive reason, if that makes sense. So there's no excuse. I'm not saying you're going to go run for 284 again. I'm not saying you're even going to hit the average they allow. I think 200 plus, though, is very feasible, very doable. I think it is very realistic to ask for that. And I think if you run for less than 200, I don't think you had a good day on the ground. Bottom line, I don't think you had a good day on the ground if you can't run for 200. So got to be able to run the football, man. This offense just what is going on here? Having some mic issues. The old mic, pulling the old mic out. Let's see. I've got Prize Picks pulled up here. Let's see, I don't think they have a total for because they don't know who's playing quarterback for Mizzou. Again, Jason Brown over under 170 and a half. 170 and a half passing yards. They do not have. And then the really intriguing one is the rushing yards. The really intriguing. Let's see. Where did it go? Here we go. Zaquandre White over under 62.5. Jason Brown over under -1.5. And Tyler Beatty over under 85.5. I got to be honest, guys. That Tyler Beatty number, I kind of like it. I do think Beatty's going to get his. I think Beatty's going to get his. I would be a little surprised if we held him to less than 100. All right, we'll see if this is. Kevin, you're literally on the show right now, by the way. So
baby. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if you meant to call into the Daily Crow, but you did, and everybody can hear you. So what's up, man?
Oh, absolutely. I was calling to see if you are in the Charlotte area.
Dude, I'm literally in Charlotte in South End at a WeWork right now, broadcasting live. So
unbelievable.
Yes.
That's all I needed to know, man. I can't wait for tomorrow, the watch party.
Yeah.
I hope everybody shows up.
What are you up to, my friend?
I am actually sitting, having lunch, having a beer, drinking some Rogue Dead Guy right now.
I should have brought me a little 6-pack for the office in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems like a pretty casual environment in here. So I'll be done at 2, and I'm gonna kind of wander in Charlotte. So if you want to link up, let me know.
All right, will do, buddy.
Yeah.
Good luck on the show, buddy.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Kevin. My guy, Kevin Carter, good friend of mine, going to be out at the watch party tomorrow. Really, really good stuff. I got buddies, which I don't know how they don't know. I don't know how I can call them my buddy if they don't know, but they'll call in. It's like, we're live. So, like, I'm not going to not take the call, right? Because it's like, well, maybe they're calling in to talk on the show. But that's why, I tell them, because I'm like, hey, just so you know, everybody can hear what you're saying. So don't say anything stupid, okay? Don't say anything where I got to hang up on you. So, whatever. Great stuff. You never know. You never know what you're getting on the Daily Grill. Austin Greer says in the comments, have you seen the Greenville high school quarterback who might come to Carolina? Best quarterback in the state, and he is a freak athlete. I have not seen him. Heard good things, but I have not seen him. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. We're rocking. We're rolling here on a Friday, guys. Again, want to take your questions, comments, and calls. Want to continue to hear from you, your thoughts, your predictions. How do you feel the game will go tomorrow? I am locked in with my prediction graphic coming very, very soon. We've actually got a call, so we'll take one and then go to break.
Call from
Zachary.
Zachary, what's up, man? How are you?
Oh, Chris, I'm just chilling.
I hear you,
how
man.
How about you?
I'm doing well, man. Chilling like a villain myself, just hanging out.
Yeah. So for tomorrow, I'm really just hoping that we can show up like we did against Florida. I said that game was the perfect storm, and I'm hoping that this game is not, the perfect storm for Mizzou. Them catching us from a little success. They heard the noise of what their fan base was saying previously, and now they see how they're acting now. It's like it just feels like a perfect storm for Mizzou. But I'm trying to get out that mindset. That's all really.
Yeah, again, I'm cautiously optimistic. I mean, I've locked in my prediction 30-24. I've got Carolina, but again, I will never. I'm certainly not going to blame a Gamecock fan for being having mixed feelings going in this one because again, we've seen this movie before, have we not? I don't know. The whole perfect storm thing. Certainly, I think against Florida, you could say the stars align, and it was. I mean, the problem is that you're going to have to play football, and they're going to have to execute. And if you don't have your quarterback, and they can't stop anybody on defense, I think early in the game is going to be very important. I know that sounds obvious, but not letting Mizzou, get comfortable and get that early momentum. I think coming out of the gate strong and starting fast for South Carolina will be key. I have a lot of confidence. I do have a lot of confidence, but yeah, like I said earlier, it is just scary because yes, we saw South Carolina play the way they did against Florida, but we also saw them play the way they did for 8 games throughout the season. You know what I mean? So it's like we can't forget that. So again, talked all week. I don't think you play as well as you did against Florida. I don't think you're as good as you were against Florida. I don't think you're as bad as you were in games, at Texas A&M or even against Vandy or whatever. You're somewhere in between that. And you just got to hope that the team that comes out is the one closer to the one we saw last weekend. So you don't have to be perfect to beat Mizzou. I mean, Mizzou's going to make mistakes. Let's not act like Mizzou is some world beater team. And hey, you're favored in some books to win because Mizzou has their own issues. So, it's not like you're going to need some Herculean effort to beat them. But yeah, I certainly understand the concern. Like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. Stress on the word cautiously.
Yeah. If I've seen where the team is, I would say it's somewhere in between the performance they had against Kentucky and the performance they had against Troy. I feel like that's more accurate to what this team is, and maybe like the third to last half, like the fourth quarter and like the late third quarter, like ECU. I think that's more what this team is. I think this is a team that's really tough and they won't give up and they'll play good defense. But at the end of the day, like there'll be some like if that's where the Florida game you enter the Florida game if they can run the ball. Like if you can run the ball against Kentucky, you probably win that game. You can probably win that game. If you run the ball against Troy, is like that could be a blowout. That's where I think this team lies.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, again, it's just the question we all have is tomorrow, what team shows up? Bottom line, what team shows up? So, if nothing else, the Florida game the Florida game definitely gave you the confidence that, hey, we know what we're capable of. You know, when we play to our fullest potential, like we can have those type of results. And I mean, hey, if you play like you did against Florida, you're going to blow Mizzou out of the water. But yeah, I think it's wise to not expect quite that type of performance. But I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? So again, what team will show up? And hopefully it's a version good enough to, hey, I don't care if you win by a point, man. Just beat Mizzou, get to bowl eligibility, keep the positive momentum rolling. And like you said, man, this team's tough. They'll come out ready to play. I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt our heart, toughness, effort, whatever, focus. I think we'll come out focused, ready to go. And it's going to be a very interesting game because it's a big game for both sides, by the way. Let's call it for what it is. Eli Drinkwitz in the second year of his program, Shane Beamer in his first. This is a big game for both programs in regards to SEC East hierarchy and the direction of both programs.
Yeah, because, Mizzou and South Carolina have always trying to figure out where they are amongst the pack. It's always been Georgia and Florida at the top. You might, right? Like, as of lately, it's been Kentucky's been the third best team. It really has, after that, everyone's just trying to find. We all know Vanderbilt's at the bottom. And after that, it really is just everybody trying to figure out, like, can we be possibly the third best team, but at the verge of becoming the second best, or trying in that position or something like that. So Mizzou and South Carolina have always been. Yeah,
these are the games. You make a great point. These are the games you need to win. To people talk about we need to beat Georgia and we need to beat Florida. I mean, it's great you beat Florida, but these are the games you need to win against the Kentuckys, the Missouris, the Vandys. To you know what I'm saying? To move the program forward. We saw it under the previous regime. Getting that one random upset, it's fun, but if you don't follow it up with games, win the ones you're supposed to win. And I mean, Mizzou looked at it as a toss-up before the season, but these are games you need to win, man. These are games you need to win to continue to accelerate the program and move the program forward. And because you can't really worry about you can't worry about contending for an SEC East or trying to challenge a Georgia or anything like that if you're losing games to Kentucky, Mizzou, or obviously you haven't lost to Vandy in forever. But if you're losing those type of games, you're not even. There's no reason to even worry about beating a Georgia. You got to take care of your business in these type of legitimate swing games. So again, it's a huge opportunity tomorrow, no doubt.
All right, Chris. Thanks for taking my call.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your Friday. Good stuff. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Guys, we're going to jump into our first break here. But again, I want to continue to hear from you, your questions, your comments, your calls, and your predictions for tomorrow's game as the Gamecocks take on the Missouri Tigers. Battle for the Mayor's Cup. South going to looking to snap their 2-game losing streak against Mizzou. Looking to notch their 6th win on the 2021 season. Game bowl eligibility. A lot on the line tomorrow in Como. We're talking all that and more. Your questions, your comments, your calls on the other side of the break. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. We're taking your questions, your comments, your calls. Guys, I just dropped my official prediction graphic, by the way. Graphic is out.
PP.
Here we go. Let's jump to the phone lines here.
To send a voicemail.
Yo, what's going on, man? How are you? Hello.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Hey, I just wanted to say something really quickly about the Gamecocks and kind of what we look like, and I just feel like we get a lot of negativity from Todd Ellis in particular, and it always come back to the fact that he threw 73 interceptions in 43 games, and he is the pillar of Gamecock football right now. Absurd in my opinion. I don't know. I'll hang up and listen. First time, long time. I'll hang up and listen.
Appreciate the call, man. Thank you for reaching out. In regards to him being negative, I don't know if he's talking about the call-in show necessarily or like what comments. I mean, that's the only time Todd really speaks on Gamecocks football, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, man. I hate to to call for the play-by-play guy's job or anything like that. I mean, we all understand why he has it, right? Because he played quarterback at South Carolina and what have you. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. Like what Todd Ellis says doesn't bother me necessarily. I mean, he's a play-by-play guy. You know what I mean? I know that he's not a great. There's a group on social media that can't stand Todd Ellis than the fact that he's the play-by-play guy, and like. I get it. He's not a great play-by-play guy, like at all. You know what I mean? He's not. You listen to him call any game, it is very, very, very clear that he is not, right? It is very clear that he is not. But again, do I have the energy to call for Todd Ellis's head and demand there be another play-by-play guy? It just doesn't move the needle for me. And I've already been the fire the coach guy. I don't feel like I don't really have the energy, guys, to be the fire, the play-by-play guy. I understand, though, his statistics and the 73 career interceptions. I think when I did my top 5 quarterback ratings, I didn't even have Todd Ellis in the top 5. People thought I was crazy, and I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I refuse to put a guy in the top 5 all the time that had the stats he had. I mean, they're just terrible. Let's just call it. I don't know why Ellis is revered as much as he is because his stats are dog. I mean, they're just not good. I understand. And he had Sterling. I mean, you think Todd Ellis, from what I could tell, played with some of the best Carolina receivers ever step foot on campus. So, I mean, listen, I don't have any disdain to Todd Ellis, whatever. He's the play-by-play guy, and I haven't seen him go out of his way to be negative, certainly. So I'm not sure I follow you there, but, I mean, I don't know. I think he's probably going to be the play-by-play guy for the foreseeable future. I don't see Carolina booting him out in any way, shape, or form. Coach Ford chimes in, says, if the O shows up, we win. The defense will do their job. I do tend to agree with you. John Gibbs says, when you see what you're capable of, and that's where the expectations come in. I expect to win every game while having perspective, but seeing what we did last weekend shows that we aren't a bad team. Can we do that every week? Probably not, but can we be more consistent overall, just better than what we have been? Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. That's good perspective. Zach Anderson says, run game should be more alive since it seems the O-line is controlling their own blocking routes instead of the quarterback. Yeah, I think that certainly helped. Eric Douglas had a great game last week, and I think he's calling the protections and calling everything for the O-line, which obviously helped a ton. Brett Godbold says, biggest game of the year. You going bowling if you win, and Auburn and Clemson will be tougher to win. I think they'll be tougher to win. Oh, they'll be tougher to win than this one. No, yeah, this game's huge, man. Again, I would say keep perspective, guys. You get the win tomorrow, and you get the 6 wins, and you get the bowl eligibility. That's huge. That's huge in Shane Beamer's first season. Absolutely huge. Travis says that's what hindered us as a program for the most part. We've stayed mediocre for our existence, get a big win, and then followed it with an L. We shouldn't have. It would be nice to have a consistent program the next 10 to 15, even 20 years, for goodness sake. Let's believe in it. Yes, speak it into existence. Why not? Roy Gwynn, who's the Mizzou quarterback. Nobody knows. If I had to guess, I don't think Bazelak will play, if I had to guess. But I don't know. Nobody knows. How about this for a prediction? Somebody on Twitter chiming in. Palmetto Gamecock 99 says, as you said, PTSD. Oh, here we go. We'll get to that in a second.
Robbie Davis.
Robbie Davis. Here we go. Robbie, what's going on, my friend? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Appreciate you asking. What's up?
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you're going to give me an honest opinion, and that's what I want. That's what I would love to get from you. Do you think this could be the game that Lloyd has his breakout game? This could be the one whenever he has his breakout game of like, I'm here to stay and there's nothing you can do about it.
I feel like Marshawn Lloyd at some point is going to hit that home run, have that game-breaking type of run where people are like, wow, that's the guy we recruited. Does he lead South in rushing tomorrow? I just don't know that he's going to get the carries. I don't know. The running back rotation's been very interesting, to say the least. Obviously, again, when you have a guy like Kevin Harris who led the conference last year in rushing, Zaquandre White, he's just making it impossible to keep him off the field. So would it surprise me if Marshawn Lloyd went off? Not at all. And, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it because all that is just giving you glimpses into a bright future for sure. But, I kind of feel like at this point, Marshawn Lloyd is the spell back. I don't think he's the feature back at this point. So, if he does, he does. I don't know. The way they're divvying up carries just kind of makes it hard to predict or, determine if he's going to have the opportunity, I guess, to have that breakout game. So.
Yeah.
But I got to imagine he's a big part of the game plan. I'd have to imagine Lloyd's a big part of the game plan.
Outside of the first couple games of the season, he didn't do very well. But I have noticed over the last several weeks, even though until last week our offensive line didn't show up.
Right. Nobody ran the ball well. Nobody ran the ball well. So, people were asking me about it. Where's Marshawn Lloyd? I'm like, well, he's where the rest of the running backs are, getting tackled in the backfield because they can't get blocking. So, yeah.
But I have noticed that if he has room to run, he can run.
There's a reason he was a 5-star prospect, man. He's got speed, he's got agility, he's shifty. Yeah. All he needs is a crease, and he can go. So.
I think this honestly, if he gets the carries and gets the opportunities, I think this could be his breakout moment tomorrow.
And I'd love to see it, man. Honestly, I'd love to see it. Obviously, just play well enough to win. I don't care who that is. But, yeah, it'd be awesome to see a guy like Lloyd. I think, too, what people weren't giving enough credit to early in the season was just a guy coming back from injury. His injury was very, very serious. And you can ask any athlete, man, when you suffer an injury like that, the toughest thing is mentally trusting it again, being your old self. I think last week you started to see glimpses of that. But, yeah, I think you got to really also give credit to that injury and him just, trying to find himself again and be himself and trust that knee. And, maybe hopefully you think, he mentioned, I think on his social media that last week was the first time he's played without a knee brace, which is a big step. Mm-hmm. So, hopefully he just continues to gain.
I didn't even notice that he didn't have the knee brace on.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it either in the moment until he said something after the game. But, you just gotta think and hope that, maybe that was first steps in him really regaining true confidence in that knee and being back to the player that he was before the injury.
Yeah. Well, my prediction's still the same, 38-35 Carolina.
I like it.
I think we're going to wind up bringing the Mayor's Trophy back to the rightful Columbia.
The real Columbia. Yeah, like I said, man, I selfishly love your prediction because, damn, that sounds like a really fun, entertaining game. As long as we that's one of those kind of games where it's a great game if you win, it's a terrible game if you lose. So, but, hey, that sounds like a blast to me. So, watching some offense for a change.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a good one, okay?
Robbie, appreciate you, my man. Have a great rest of your Friday. Take care. We'll talk soon. Great stuff. 843-790-3377. Guys, I want to continue to hear from you. Twan Love Kick says 42-14 Gamecocks. Ronnie Pace, 31-17. Brian Lattimore says 49-73 touchdown interception ratio is not a stat I'd want on a top 5 quarterback list. Yeah, that's why I didn't have him in my top 5. Justin Kyle said we control the line of scrimmage like we did against Florida. This game will definitely go in our favor. I agree. Keith, defense better be prepared to stop number 1. Yeah, I think Marshawn will definitely be a big part of the game plan, no doubt. Tanner Land says, Nick Saban says your football team only plays its best football in a couple games of the year, so they don't expect what you saw Saturday to happen again. Well, Tanner, again, the good news is you don't have to play your best football, I think, to beat Mizzou. You don't have to. But you got to be closer to what you saw last Saturday than what you saw in the first 8 games of the season, right? You got to be closer to that. You got to be closer to that. Michael Samuels, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Justin Kyle says, do you remember beating Bama and then blowing a 21-point lead at Kentucky the next week? Truly made me sick. Yeah. Funny story about that one, by the way. That game against Kentucky, I was thinking to myself, oh, we got this in the bag, whatever. So I actually went to the Appalachian State game that weekend and left the App State game only to find out that we had lost to Kentucky. I could not believe it. Will Croson says, I think our offense is going to do well. Mizzou has given up at 24 points to every opponent they have played, including non-Power 5. We will move the ball. Yeah, there will be no excuse for South Carolina not score points. Michael Samuels, yes, as of right now, all 4 running backs can return next season. Can. Brian Lattimore, when it comes to running the game or the running game, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's no reason for Lord to be our feature back right now unless injuries or lack of a production call for it. Yeah, I mean, do what you got to do to win, man. That's it. As long as you're being productive, I got no complaints. Ronnie Pace says, Mark Ryan on ESPN Upstate talked about Shane Beamer's connection to the Virginia Tech job. If they got rid of Fuente, he had a Virginia Tech sports writer on the show, and he said he believes when they contact Shane about the job that he would leave Columbia to go to Blacksburg. His reasons were because it's his alma mater, and it's an easier road to the playoffs than it is in Columbia. I don't see that, man. I think that's fun to talk about. It's fun for them to discuss, but I don't see that happening. Nick Renfro says, 28-7 Gamecocks. Stop the run and make them throw it. John Gibbs, if there's any position you can rotate guys the most, it's the running backs. When you have the stable of backs we have, run all of them. We certainly have tried all year, but now is the perfect opportunity for all those guys to let loose. Back to the Shane Beamer to Blacksburg conversation. Again, I don't want to speak for Shane Beamer. I don't want to speak for Shane Beamer, obviously, but I got to think, man, like, yeah, it's his alma mater. Yes, he's obviously got ties to Va-Tech, but maybe he doesn't want to live in his father's shadow because he will be compared to his father his entire career, right? So like maybe he wants to build his own legacy. That's what I think. So I don't see that being a realistic option that he's going to go to Va-Tech. I just don't see it. Anyways, back to the predictions. So of course I dropped my prediction graphic on social media, guys. In case you missed it, I actually did drop that prediction graphic. Palmetto Gamecock 99 replied to me on Twitter and said, as you said, PTSD. Nothing in the past decade hints that we will not lay an egg Saturday evening. 27-10 Missouri rolls in the game. I only highlight that because that's the first person I've actually seen pick Mizzou to win. So William Korb says, why the new background? Yes, because TSUS is on the road today, William. Of course, tomorrow, our watch party in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Watch party in Fort Mill, South Carolina at the Carolina Ale House location. So yours truly decided to come up early to go ahead and get in town. So I'm right now broadcasting to you live from Charlotte, North Carolina at a sort of WeWorks office setting in beautiful South End in Charlotte in Uptown. So that is the reason for the new digs. Again, this is not going to be an everyday thing. Obviously, guys, again, my studio's still there together, but I figured, you know what? Why not? I actually got up here last night, so spending the weekend in Charlotte, taking advantage of it. Just figured, why not? We'll go remote. We'll go on the road. TSUS on the road. Why not? So, again, changing it up for just today, but, again, we'll be back in studio on Monday for sure. Ronnie S. says, I can see it, and it's easy to win in the ACC. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. Justin Kyle Beamer has an unconditional love to be our head coach. This was his dream job. I don't think that happens. Yeah, I don't think so either. Travis says, why would he do that? They had an opportunity to do it before. Nah, Beamer's staying in the building. I agree. Justin Kyle says, the game truly makes me nervous. I can see us playing lackluster for sure. I'm going to say this game is way closer than it needs to be. Parker White, winner at the end, 17-14. I don't see it being that low scoring, man. I think there will be offense. I think points will be scored. Sorry, guys. Whew, sorry. I think points will be scored. And, I mean, again, you look at their defense, they haven't been able to stop anybody. They haven't been able to stop a nosebleed all season. Haven't been able to stop a nosebleed all season. And then, you know, we have struggled stopping the run game a little bit. I think Tyler Beatty's a really, really good player. I wouldn't be surprised to see him hit over 100. So I think Mizzou's going to get theirs. I think they're going to get yardage. I think Drinkwitz will have a good game plan put together. But again, I think the Gamecocks do outlast Mizzou. I think an opportunistic defense works yet again. I think we're going to run the football like crazy. I think we'll have maybe not as much success as we had last week, but we will have success running the football. I truly do believe, and I think it will be enough. I think the Gamecocks go on the road and do something they have not done a lot of lately. Again, guys, in case you missed it, South Carolina is 2-10. 2-10 in their last 12 SEC road games. So hadn't been a ton of success. And again, many of those results have nothing to do with Shane Beamer, by the way, but it's just an interesting story, interesting stat, if you will, interesting tidbit that the Gamecocks have not been very good on the road as of late. By the way, guys, I do want to highlight this really quickly, by the way. TSUS.store, our online store. I actually added a bunch of new merch this morning, all hoodies. And the reason I did that is because I finally found a vendor that can make garnet hoodies that look good, that are our Gamecock garnet. So, again, a lot of your favorite designs and more to come as well. Beamer Ball, Shane Storm, Ass Kicking Chicken. If it ain't swaying, we ain't playing. Clem Sucks. Now available in garnet hoodies. So, again, be sure to check that out, guys. Again, all of our hoodies, pullovers, long sleeves, all that good stuff. TSUS.store. Also, if you need Clem Sucks merch, if you need it, if you want to wear it to the game in a few weeks, I would highly suggest you order it today, because I'd say after this week, guys, I cannot guarantee that it's going to get there in time. I cannot guarantee that. If you order it now, Dylan says, one of the sales available right now, Dylan. You go to tsus.store, they're available now. Again, I haven't posted on social media. I will do that this afternoon, but they are available now on tsus.store. So if you go to tsus.store, which I guess I could actually just share my screen with you guys. Let's see. Yeah, tsus.store. So you see these hoodies, and I think they look really, really good. Look really, really good. Garnet. We finally have garnet hoodies. It took forever. But, yeah, pretty dope stuff. Pretty dope stuff. So, again, check that out, tsus.store. All your favorite designs. And, again, more to come. I'm actually in the process of adding more. All your favorite designs, they're all on there. So, again, tsus.store. Whoops. tsus.store. That is where you can find that merch. Keith says, what's up with Sandage? Can he redshirt? I believe he can. We haven't played a snap, right, Keith? So I think he can redshirt. Obviously, getting out for the season. I think he, broke his leg or something early in the year, and I don't know why they ever made it sound like he'd be ready. I mean, I heard in the preseason he probably wasn't going to play this year, so I don't know. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. Want to continue to hear from you. Jamie Renfro says, cocky wins with our defense causing turnovers. Yeah, I think, again, we'll be opportunistic. I do. I think we'll be opportunistic. Like I said, I think Mizzou's going to have some success. No doubt. I think Mizzou will have success. But with that being said, I think we find a way to get the job done. And again, I'm taking the Gamecocks to get the dub, 30-24. Jay Smith, what's going on, my friend? Jay Smith, what's up? What's going on? Appreciate you tuning in, my friend. Friday, November the 12th, 2021. Great Friday to have a Friday. Great weekend to have a weekend. Truly, truly, truly. Great weekend to have a weekend. Again, want to continue to hear from you, your predictions, your comments on everything. Your predictions, how you think the game will go. I feel like time's flying here on a Friday, and we'll say that in the next I don't know. But I feel like time's flying. Dude, this week just flew by, honestly, dude. I'm telling you guys, when you create content, it just, the days just go crazy. Also, basketball is back, both men's and women's basketball. The women taking on South Dakota in the Mammoth Invitational, and the men taking on Princeton. We're playing a lot of Tigers. What is up with that? We're playing like just nonstop Tigers over and over and over. The men will take on Princeton, though, tonight at 9:30. Both those games, by the way, men's and women's, on ESPN News. So, late game tonight, 9:30 tip-off in the Asheville Championship. Somebody texted in about Marshawn Lloyd. Let's see, Marshawn Lloyd breakout game. Also, who's your bet for highest rush totals this week? I think Beatty has a good game from Mizzou. I think Kevin Harris – excuse me, guys. Oh, my goodness. I think Kevin Harris leads you in rushing yet again. I think Beatty from Mizzou, though, will have a good game. I do. I really do. I think Beatty from Mizzou has a good game. So, again, guys, 843 790-3377. Let's jump back to the phone lines here. And we got another spam call. Okay. Guess I should have known when it was a number from Oklahoma. Whatever. Either way. Let's see. Travis says, wish we had Leonard's Losers take. It says, old classic radio show back in the day. Yeah, my grandfather used to listen to Leonard's Losers. Yeah. Got an interesting text here. Does Jason Brown come down to earth this week? Great, good question. Good question. Here's the thing. The game plan needs to be, like I said, run the football, and don't make Jason Brown win it. Don't ask Jason Brown to throw it 30 or 40 times. You know, I think the opportunity will be there in the passing game, and Shane Beamer said over and over this week, hey, we got to make plays in the passing game to win. We got to make plays in the passing game to win. I think there will be opportunities to make plays in the passing game. But again, I just don't think it's not a recipe for success for South Carolina to throw the ball 40, 50 times. And if they can't run the football, I said it all preseason, guys. I've said it all season. I'll say it yet again. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. If you can't run the football, it's going to be tough sledding for you offensively, in my opinion. So does Jason Brown come down to earth? I don't think Jason Brown's going to lose the football game for you. I don't think they're going to ask Jason Brown to do anything crazy in regards to putting him in position where he could lose the football game for you. But this is going to be interesting. Again, Jason Brown, you really feel like last week you had nothing to lose. You're a huge underdog. You're at home, whatever, but you could play loosey-goosey, free, whatever. Now you go on the road in a game that, people are expecting you to win, and there's a lot on the line with bowl eligibility. Can he show that same poise, that same composure, that pocket awareness he had, control of the offense? Can he do that yet again? Because he's going to have to make some plays. Bottom line, he's going to have to make some plays for you. He's going to have the opportunity to do so against a defense that's not very good, right? Not very good, but the opportunity will be there, no question. I just really, again, what I want to see from Jason Brown, I'm going to say the same thing or something very similar to what I said last week. I just want to see him command the offense, be the field general, if you will. Don't turn the football over. Take care of it. Let your playmakers make plays. You do that. I'm happy with his performance. I am, again, because I just – this is not an offense that is built to go out there and throw the football – excuse me, guys. Throw the football 40 or 50 times. You know what I mean? That's not the recipe to success for this team. It's just not. It's just not. So, offensive line, they might be the most important position group on the field Saturday. Like, truly. And I guess you could say that for every single game we have left. If the Gamecocks O-line doesn't play well, the offense is going to have a long day. Bottom line, it's damn near impossible to overcome porous play on the offensive line. It just is. Just is. So, need another solid performance in those guys. No question. No question. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. Jay Smith says 28-12. Gamecocks win. 28-12. We got some predictions coming in on Twitter. Trey says 45-10 Gamecocks. Wing King Laddie says 31-17. My guy Mitch West, a.k.a. SC Weather, does a fantastic job with his platform. Says 3 key things in this game for us to win. Establish a run game, rushing for over 200 yards. I agree. On defense, if you bend, don't break. Keep drives, field goals. I agree. Number 3, don't get behind by double digits early. Be dominant early on. I agree. Starting fast. Don't let Mizzou build any kind of crazy momentum at home. Mitch has got 34-24. Gamecocks getting the job done, and I would take it. Hey, give me a 1-point win. I don't care. Just find a way to win. Bottom line, find a way to win. Travis says, I'll take another 175 and TD passes from JB. Just run the damn ball is key. Yes, run the damn ball. Run the damn ball. We got a text. What's going on with Jalen Dickerson? Dude's been hurt every year since he enrolled. Is it time for him to hang it up to avoid more serious injury? I can't speak to what his future plans are going to be. I just think it's bad luck, man, honestly. I mean, I don't think there's anything Jalen Dickerson's done or hasn't done that has caused the injuries. I think it's just bad luck, man. It's football, and you can get hurt, and things happen, and it's unfortunate. But Jalen's a good kid, and he'll stay positive, and who knows, man, whether he's done or wants to come back or whatever it might be. So we'll see. We'll see. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Continuing to take your questions, your comments, your calls, and more, guys, on the other side of the break. You are tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, what's up, guys? We're back. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Want to continue to hear from you, taking your questions, your comments, your calls, as well as we talk predictions for tomorrow's game. Gamecocks taking on Mizzou at Farrat Field. The battle for the Mayor's Cup. Yours truly is locked in 30-24. I've got the Gamecocks getting the job done, notching their 6th win, getting to bowl eligibility. Again, how you guys feeling? Here's my question. Has anybody seen anyone that is picking Mizzou to win? Anybody? I have not seen a single prediction out there. And I guess I haven't seen a ton, but I haven't seen a single prediction with Mizzou winning the football game. Haven't seen a single one. So, I don't know. I don't know. What does that mean? I have no idea. What does that mean? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what it means. So, Steven, my brother, says, thank goodness Jason Brown has another year of eligibility. Indeed, yeah. Quarterback battle, going to be very interesting for next season. Going to be very, very interesting for sure. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls. Want to hear from you, your predictions, your thoughts, your comments on everything. Like I said, I'm locked in 30-24. Also, again, basketball back tonight. Men's taking on Princeton at 9:30. Women's taking on North Dakota at 7. And somebody brings up spread. Very good point. Thank you so much for reminding me. I got to get this graphic out after our live is done. The Gamecocks, by the way, in case you're wondering, South Carolina is a 6.5-point favorite. Whoops. Sorry about that. Gamecocks are a 6.5-point favorite against the Princeton Tigers tonight. Jacob Rogers, what's the spread? They got to be giving them at least 3. South Carolina in this one, according to our friends at Circus Sports now, the number is kind of all over the place in different different books. Circus Sports has the Gamecocks a 2.5-point favorite. 2.5-point favorite. Keith says, you better be ready for a battle at least early. They are touting this game as their biggest game of the year because there's no way they get to 6-6 wins or get to 6 wins losing to us. Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. Look at their schedule. They've got Florida after this one and then Arkansas to close the season. So if they're going to get to 6, they need to win this game. There's no doubt. John Gibbs is going to look good having the Mayor's Cup and Palmetto Cup in the Gamecock trophy cases for the next year. If we play as good or at least half as good, those two things will happen. For sure. It would look awesome, wouldn't it? Austin Greer says, crazy thought. All 3 remaining games are very winnable. End of the year 8-4. Win the bowl game. We finished this year 9-4. Who says no? Listen, I mean, I love your thought process. That still feels really, really, really aggressive for this football team. Feels really, really aggressive. So I'm going to hold off on the 8-4, 9-4 prediction. But, yeah, a lot of opportunity in these last 3 games, no question. Roy Gwynn says, Carolina 38, Missouri 17, Baselac without Carolina 45-10 with a bunch of picks. Josh Williams says, I see us winning, but only team I see that beats us is Auburn. But if we play like we did with Florida, we should win out. Yeah, it would be something. Would be incredible to see this team win out. Be nuts, honestly. I mean, be nuts. It would defy all logic. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I agree with Keith. Let's just beat Mizzou first. Because, again, it's so funny. Like I told you guys all week long, last week at this time, all I heard was, hey, we're not going to win another game. We're going to go 4-8. We're terrible. Fire everyone. Blow it all up. Now this week, I've heard we're not going to lose another game. We're the greatest ever. Extend everyone. Maybe the Florida game just showed us that we shouldn't overreact one way or another to the results, right? Just maybe. Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. Let's see. Tim Woodward says, Missouri's going to have to stack the box. We have to throw the ball to make the offense roll. Jennifer Miss Tweety Nace says, why did so many players last year, Spurrier players, agree to go to the CFL? I guess they just wanted to play football. I don't know. Josh Williams, appreciate the love on the shirt, my guy. The merch, yes. Rocking the merch today. James Kennel, if only the other teams weren't trying to win also. Yeah, James, good point, right? People forget that, right? The other team is also trying to win. Their fan base is sitting here having the same conversation we're having about how badly they need it, how badly they want to win. Believe it or not, yeah, the other teams are trying to win also. No doubt. No doubt. Keith says Missouri has a first-rate quarterback. Yeah, if Basilak's healthy, he's a pretty solid player. If Basilak is healthy, he's a pretty solid player. Guys, again, 843-790-3377. Content bleeding out of the eyeballs. Like I told you guys, I'm locked in 30-24 Gamecocks. I have locked in my prediction for this ball game tomorrow. So I am optimistic. I am cautiously optimistic. I'm not going to lie to you and say I'm not a little nervous because, again, we've been here before. We've done this before. The ship still sinks. The ship still sinks. Josh Williams says, do you think Justin Stepp will leave? No, I do not. I do not think Justin Stepp will leave. Again, it's going to be really interesting after the season, figuring stuff like that out with the coaching staff. I think there's a lot of guys on the staff that need to get paid, especially on that defensive side, that need to get paid. But no, I'm not going to predict that Stepp leaves. No, I think Stepp likes being a Gamecock, loves being in Columbia. I'd be very surprised if he did. So, again, guys, basketball also, men's taking on Princeton. The men are a 6.5-point favorite against the Princeton Tigers for what it's worth. Men are a 6.5-point favorite. Yeah, you got to keep Clayton White. There's no question. Job he's done with the defense, man, you have to. You got to keep Clayton White, and you got to pay him. You need to lock him down long-term for sure. You need to lock him down long-term. Yep, there's no question. Absolutely no question. Friday, November the 12th, 2021, TGIF. How's y'all's Friday going? Hope your weekend's off to a fantastic start. Appreciate the continued love and support, guys. Just want to let you all know, again, the you guys supporting with the content, rocking and rolling with everything we do. Truly do appreciate it, man. As I've said before, life's really cool these days. We're throwing watch parties and, achieving different accolades and hitting different achievements and setting records and positive momentum just continues to build and build and build. Again, without you guys, wouldn't be possible. So again, thank you all so much. Again, a quick reminder, of course, guys, tomorrow the watch party at Carolina Ale House in Fort Mill, South Carolina, which is why you see a different setup, a different background, because I decided to come up early. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina right now, again, very close to Fort Mill, my old stomping grounds here in uptown Charlotte. So excited to be back. Hoping to see some familiar faces around sometime soon, sometime over the weekend. But, would love to see all the Gamecocks come out tomorrow. Fort Mill, South Carolina, that Carolina Ale House location. Again, would love to see you all, have you all come out. Going to be a really, really good time. Kickoff is at 4. Doors open at 11 at Carolina Ale House. If you do, for whatever reason, want to get out there early, you're more than welcome. But yours truly probably going to get there around 2:30, something like that. So, going to be a really, really good time. I'm really looking forward to it. Going to be a ton of fun. Austin Greer says, if you had to rank the 4 running backs, what would that ranking look like? Austin, put me on the spot. So we're talking Kevin, Quan, Lloyd, and Juju. I would still probably put Kevin Harris number 1. I think he's your bell cow back. I'd put Quan number 2, actually. I think Zaquandre White, the way he's played, I would put – see, this is where it gets tough. And, again, I don't want to feel like I'm slighting anybody. I would probably put Marshawn 3, Juju 4. Juju lost momentum because of the game he was suspended. I mean, honestly, that's – Juju lost a lot of momentum he had early in the season. So, but, hey, that's a hell of a list, man. That's a hell of a running back room. You know what I mean? So, let's see. Jennifer Miss Tweety Nace, I'm hoping they do as good as Lattimore, Richardson team, last good team we had. Then Connor Shaw came year after. Yeah, no doubt. Just find a way to get the dub. Find a way to get the dub, ladies and gents. Find a way to get the dub. Any college football games on tonight? What's the schedule tonight? Even though I probably will not be watching. So, South Florida and Cincinnati. South Florida Cincinnati plays tonight at 6:00. How about that? South Florida Cincinnati getting after it. You know, it'd be kind of convenient if Cincinnati could just lose. And that way they just knock themselves out of the whole college football playoff discussion or whatever. But who knows, whatever. Doesn't really affect us, does it? Doesn't really bother us. So again, guys, 843-790-337. Clemson Tiger says Chicken's about to blow it and go 5-7. Slow your roll with the bowl game. I think you should be more concerned with UConn, my guy, and what Clemson's got going on, because y'all suck. So y'all suck. So not quite as much fun for a Clemson fan to enter our chat these days when y'all are trash. So big trash. Big trash, my guy. Big trash. My guy, Lance Player. Get after him, Lance. Get after him, Lance. Brendan M. sending in a picture. Made it to Charlotte. Attaboy, Brendan. Hope you're doing well if you're still tuned in. Appreciate you, Brendan. Clemson Tigers. Carolina's always sucked over 120 years of existence. Well, Clemson Tigers, I don't really care that we were not good in like 1940, but it really doesn't matter to me. So we're talking about 2021. Live in the present moment, my guy. I understand why you're not, though. Y'all have had a shit year, so I understand why you're trying to change the subject, change the topic. Clemson fans would rather talk about anything other than their football team this season. For Clemson fans, football season's over. It's over. I'll tell you what, too. Y'all think this is fun right now? I'm going to be talking hella shit come Clemson week. So we're going to be having a blast in here. We will be having a blast. My guy, Drew Taylor, says, ignore Clemson, dude. Their team is trash, and he's butthurt. Bro, you hit the nail on the head. I love it. I agree 110%. I agree 110%. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. Just kicking it with you guys on a Friday. Would love to hear from you. Dylan Prothman, hey, come by the tailgate. You'll definitely see me again, man. TSUS tailgate going to be rocking next weekend for Auburn. Going to be one hell of a time. Dylan, I actually put together, you're in it, by the way. You boys are in it. I put together the vlog from the Florida tailgate. What a legendary experience that was. That video will be going up here shortly. What a tailgate that was. What a tailgate that was. Steven said they're panicking in Clemson. They think Beamer's going to go to Virginia Tech and be the head coach. Yeah, whatever, man. I'd be panicking if I was them too. Austin Greer, more players have been to the transfer portal this year for Clemson, trying to get away from the Colts than are actually on the roster right now. Let's see. Jacob Rogers, you know you're doing something right when the dang Clem Sucks fans want to chime in on the Daily Crow trash bag. Jacob, we've had a lot of opposing fans chime in. Here. Lots. Twan Love Kicks says, I can't wait till we kick their teeth in when we play to hell with Clem Sucks. Indeed. Scotty Griffin says, can't wait for the tailgate vid. It was legendary. Bro, that was insane, bro. That was insane. Yep, I'm telling you, man, if you haven't come by the TSUS Big Cock Club tailgate, you are doing yourself a disservice, my friend. Either Clemson or Auburn, definitely you're going to want to make it a point to swing by, without a doubt. You can ask anybody who's in this chat right now or anybody on social media who's been, we throw down. We have a good time. It is a lot of fun. So definitely be sure to come on out. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Again, Carolina Ale House tomorrow, Fort Mill, South Carolina. Guys, our last watch party, by the way, the 2021 football season. I don't know what the plan will be if and when we go to a bowl game. I'd actually love to go on the road and go to the bowl game. So, we'll tackle that when we get to it. But, yeah, going to be a good time. Going to be a lot of fun. So, going to be a lot of fun. Again, tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun, too. Again, if you're in the area, would love to have you guys come out. Would love to have you guys come out. Going to be an absolute blast. Let's see. Again, guys, like I mentioned, basketball tonight. Gamecocks are a 6.5-point favorite over the Princeton Tigers. And the women's team, RIP South Dakota, they're going to absolutely rock them. So, Lance says, I can't respect a guy who wears orange and purple in public. Yeah. What a really drawing the short straw, right, as a fan. Like, when your favorite team is orange and purple, like, that's tough, man. That's just a tough draw. It's just a tough draw in life. It is. Almost feel bad for you, but you also chose that life, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Again, 843-790-3377. Again, we're in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina right now. Not in the studio, as you see. Mizzou, the redheaded stepchild of the SEC. Hashtag beat Mizzou. Just enjoying ourselves, though, in uptown Charlotte. So, again, if you're out and about, you're in the city, hit up the kid. We're here. Robbie Davis texting in. What did Robbie say? Let's see what Robbie says. Just so you know, if I ever decide to come by the tailgate in the future, I'll let you know. Go Gamecocks just for the heck of it. Go UConn, indeed. Go Huskies. Go Huskies. And I agree. My guy Kevin just texted in, no shot being released for Virginia Tech. I agree. Travie, Princeton always seems to play that slow, patient game to maximize our possession tonight. Indeed, I'll be tuned in. 9:30 tip, so a late one. Jennifer Miss Tweety Nate says, I have a lot of hope our players right now know their worth, study hard, less partying, especially when we are ahead of Clemson. Lance Player, only thing that is certain is that you won't be adding a natty year to your YouTube name. Cody Gaskins locking in his prediction, UConn 24, Clemson 20. Can you even fathom if that were to happen? Can you even fathom it? Truly would be insane. Somebody commented on my score prediction. Tired and Feathered says, Shane would take Eli in a fight, so I have faith our boys will whip up on those nerds. Travis, the game tonight is neutral site, Asheville Championship. It's a tournament. So, yeah, if it was a home game, I'd be there, Travis. If it was a home game, I'd be there. Next home game will be next Thursday against UAB, who, by the way, UAB is a pretty good team. UAB is a pretty damn good team. The Gamecocks, though, have Princeton tonight. And then Sunday, they're going to take on either Western Kentucky or Minnesota. And I think the tip-off times are either going to be 5 or 7:30, probably depending on win or lose tonight. So, yep, ESPN News is how you can watch the game tonight. If you don't have ESPN News, I know for a fact there's an illegal stream because that's probably how I'm going to be watching. That's probably how I watch. So, yep, tip-off tonight at 9:30. A late one for sure. Yeah, it is kind of interesting when you start getting all these opposing fans like Clemson Tigers 81-16-18 that comes in here, is talking crap, whatever. I love it, though. The beauty's in the banter. Love it. Hey, we've had Kentucky fans in here. We've had Tennessee fans in here. Had Georgia fans. All the I feel like somebody said, that is a good sign of the show. Like when opposing fans are finding your content, it's like, okay, it's getting out there. The algorithms are working. The algorithms are working. The algorithms are working. No question. All right, guys, we're going to take one final break on this Friday. One final break, but I want to continue to hear from you, more of your questions, your comments, your calls, and more on the other side of the break. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Final 15 minutes here on a Friday, November the 12th, 2021. Continue to take your questions, your comments, your calls. 843-790-3377. It looks like the entire chat has just turned into people talking crap back and forth. See, this is why Clemson fans, you guys enter the chat, nobody can have anything nice because, you just are who you are, man. I don't know. Clemson fans have to ruin everything. Joseph said, dude, you're the one spending your day and energy in our live stream. What a bum. Hope you're like 13, because if you are grown, that's just sad. Go get a life. OU owns you said, it's a bad thing I'm here. LOL, I'm an opposing fan. No, OU owns you. We like you. Always happy to hear from you, OU owns you. Glad you're tuned in. Eric Fryer says, no Sling Blade. Haven't heard from Sling Blade this week. Have not heard from Sling Blade, no. I think Sling Blade's probably trying to figure out how to get that Auburn offense going after putting up a big old 3-spot against Texas A&M. So I think Sling Blade must be busy trying to find out an offensive game plan for who does Auburn got this week? Who's Auburn playing? They're playing – I forget who they're playing. God, I should remember this. They're playing Mississippi State. And they're at home, so they'll probably score points because Bo Nix will turn back into his normal self and actually play good football because he's at home. So that's the best thing we have going for us, right? Or one of the best things we have going for us in that game against Auburn. Bo Nix on the road is like a different person. He's like a different player. Isn't it crazy too? We play them back-to-back years at Willie B. I gotta admit, I'd be pissed if I was an Auburn fan. I'd be less than thrilled with that draw if I was an Auburn fan. I'd be less than thrilled. Andrew the textbook says, if Clemson loses to UConn, I will laugh my head off. Indeed. OU owns you says, I'm here because my best friend's a Carolina fan, and I love to show up because Carolina fans are the best in the country. Clemson fans, however, the absolute worst. OU owns you. You're a smart guy. You are a smart guy, and I appreciate that. Because everything you said, correct. Everything you said's correct. Everything. OU owns you. Smart fan. The other thing that OU owns you and us can all agree on, horns down. Horns down, baby. Horns down. Horns down all day long. All day long. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Continue to take your questions, comments, calls. Guys, we've got just over 10 minutes to go here on a Friday. Brendan Wagner says, I live in Connecticut. Would love to beat Clemson, but it's not happening. Yeah, I think Clemson, guys, is like a 40-point favorite. What is the spread in that game? It's big. I know that. It's certainly – it's a large spread for sure. 41. Yeah, Clemson's a 41-point favorite. So, as badly as I'd like to see it, I don't think so, guys. I don't tend to think so. Don't tend to think so. Daddy Go says DJ couldn't win his own Dr. Pepper challenge. Burn. Lance Player says UConn, yeah, take the Huskies plus 41. Bad day to be a Tiger. Bad day to be a Tiger. Huskies cover. Austin Greer says Clemson needs to be be careful talking shit like this at Willie B in a couple weeks. Not a threat, but some people won't take shit like that. Austin throwing it out there. Look at that. Beware. I'll tell you this, by the way, Lance. I've got the bowl eligibility stogie ready to be smoked the second we beat Mizzou and notch that 6th win. So shout out the legend at the tailgate last week that had the mini cigars. We were having just a blast with that, really, truly. So thank you to that fine gentleman, whatever your name was. Appreciate that. Really, really good stuff. So again, guys, quick reminder, tomorrow, Carolina Ale House in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Would love to have you all out there. For those who are traveling to Mizzou, safe travels to you. Bring home the W and do your best to stay warm because it is going to be a cold one in Como. Going to be a very, very cold one in Como for sure. Oh. Again, guys, appreciate you all being cool, rocking and rolling with the punches. Obviously, again, with us not being in studio today, I've liked this setup. It's cool. It's a cool setup. This is honestly cool. This has gone pretty much as well as I could have hoped. OU Owns You says, we also hate Missouri over here at Boomer Nation, so I hope y'all win and expect y'all to win tomorrow. Yeah, again, I'm locked in. OU Owns You. I've got 30-24. I've got the Gamecocks getting the W. Again, I think in this ball game, it is going to be back and forth. I think it's going to be a fairly close game, but I think South Carolina will outlast Mizzou. I think they'll have enough. I think your defense, opportunistic, will make a couple of big plays, kind of just do what they've been doing all season long. And, I think the running game. I think run game and defense travel in the SEC, and you feel like at least now you've got those two things. Now, again, am I a little bit nervous? Yeah, I am, because, I sat there on Monday of this week shocked of the results that happened against Florida, right? None of it made sense. I'm scared that I will be sitting there shocked next Monday for the results that have happened, but in a negative way. You know what I mean? So, Austin Greer says, I'm a little nervous being such a heavy public favorite to cover and win. Yeah, I was going to say that, man. It is crazy. I haven't seen a single person pick Mizzou to win. Not a single one. Not a single one. So, I don't know, man. Andrew the Textbook says, I think South Carolina will win by a final score of 35-31. Yeah, guys, last second predictions as we had less than 10 minutes to go. What are you guys' predictions for the game? How do you feel? Again, I'm locked in 30-24. I would take a simple 1-point win, though. I truly would. I would take a 1-point win in this one, guys. Just find a way. Find a way to get that 6th win. Find a way. Doesn't matter. Find a way. Just find a way. I don't care if it's 21-20. I don't care if it's 58-0. It doesn't matter. Find a way to win. So, OU Owns You says, I won't blame you guys for being nervous, but I think culture is the reason Carolina carries it on. Yeah, I mean, it's just I'll tell you this, OU Owns You. We've seen this movie before. We've Gamecock fans, Gamecock PTSD is a real thing, and Carolina fans have seen this team get a big win and then go into the next week, go into the following week, and just lay an egg, lose one they shouldn't. One last time, your friend Robbie Davis says, in the words of Al Davis, just win, baby, win. Have a great weekend. Yeah, just win, baby, win indeed. Larry Gornto, I'm not sure how they scored 24. What route is that? I do think they've got some good players offensively. I mean, Tyler Beatty, man, is one of the best in the entire country in regards to running back. He's already over 1,000 yards. He's their leading receiver, has 11 touchdowns, over 6 yards per carry. So I think they'll be able to run the football. I think they're also going to use the quarterback run game. I don't think Connor Bazelak's going to play. I like our defense. We've struggled to stop the run more often than not this season. I know we played fantastic football last week, but I just got a feeling at home like Mizzou is going to give us their best shot. Drinkwitz is a good offensive coach. I think he'll have them ready to go. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to pitch any kind of shutout or do anything crazy like that on defense. I think we'll be opportunistic again, but I got to think Mizzou, again, is going to put up their best fight. I have to think so. And, again, Tyler Beatty's legit. Tyler Beatty's a big-time ball player. So, he's having a year very similar to what Kevin Harris did last season. Caden Gibson, Carolina wins on a Parker White bomb from 57 yards with a final score of 31-30. God, please, no. I don't need that type of stress in my life, Caden. None of us need those type of dramatics. None of us do. None of us need those type of dramatics. Lance Player, I feel South Carolina will struggle, but the defense will keep balling out. We take down Mizzou with Parker's leg, 24-21. God, Lance, we don't need that type of stress, bro. We don't need that. OU Owns You says, I remember watching y'all beat Alabama in 2010 with my buddy. It was a great experience. I remember what he said after Carolina lost the next game. He told me it's a never-ending story. LOL. Yeah, your buddy's right. Honestly, your buddy's right. Joseph says, I can't believe I haven't heard one person mention the Missouri wide receiver, Kiki Chisholm, or however you spell his name. He could be a problem. Again, I just don't know how much of the passing game is going to be a problem with them when I don't think Bazelak's even going to play. And even if he does play, I still think South Carolina's going to win. I don't think it really matters. So, Craig Hanna says 2 tight ends and a fullback set, indeed. Kemper, my guy Kemper. Y'all hold it down in downtown Greenville, by the way. I just saw the tweet the Greenville Gamecock Club putting out their post in regards to y'all's watch party. Y'all hold it down up there in the upstate for sure. He says Elia D is in over his head. So, indeed. Again, 843-790-3377, guys. It's 843-790-3377. So just 5 minutes to go here on a Friday. My guy Cox by 90 just dropped his prediction. He says, I feel confident this team has turned the corner with our running game, and I think our defense continues to play well. Hammer the Cox. Cox by 90 locked in. Gamecocks 31. Missouri 20. Love it. Steven holding it down in Fort Lee. My brother's at Fort Lee up in Virginia. Fort Lee. Attaboy, Steven. Keep grinding. Keep getting after it. Army Pride. OU owns you, says as an OU fan, I'll admit I'm spoiled. Haven't gone through much bad times as an OU fan. We're used to making crazy comebacks and dominating. But we also have our moments, like the playoffs. Yeah, it's comparing being an Oklahoma fan to being a Gamecock fan is one hell of a comparison, my guy. I think it from my vantage point, I think being an OU fan looks pretty damn fun. So, looks pretty damn fun to me. Again, guys, just a couple more minutes. Obviously, again, quick reminder, check out the podcast if you haven't done so. Drop this morning, episode 535. Also, if you've never done so and you want to help out the Spurs Up Show, take 5 seconds out of your day. Go rate, subscribe, leave a 5-star review on iTunes with your thoughts, your comments. Also, guys, if you do want to support the business, support the content, support the channel, support everything we do, and you're on YouTube, you can with Super Chat, Super Stickers, all that good stuff. You can make donations through PayPal, whatever you like. If you want to support the business in any type of way, I know we're coming up on tax season, if you will, and Christmas and all that good stuff, so I know the merchandise is going to be going crazy. So, again, guys, thank you all so much for your continued love and support on the merch side of things, because I really do truly love creating the merch. I love it. I love making merch, man. It's one of my favorite parts of what I do. I love the merch. So, again, I appreciate you guys supporting the merch as well. And, again, quick reminder, we've got a ton of hoodies, pullovers, sweatshirts, long sleeves, whatever you can think of that you're going to need as the weather cools off. Caden Gibson says, OU every year in the playoffs equals Carolina in the regular season. Yeah. OU owns you, says it's fun, but I do want to win a playoff game one day. We want to break that cycle. Man, I'd love to win a conference title, man. I'd love to win a conference title, personally. Hopefully one day I live to see it. Hopefully we all live to see that one day. Certainly would love to see that. Also, again, guys, basketball tonight. Women play at 7. Men play at 9:30. Both those games on ESPN News. Yours truly will be locked into those, especially the men's side. We'll have a post-game reaction to the men's game, all that good stuff. Again, Gamecocks in that one are a 6.5-point favorite over Princeton. Also, yeah, guys, outside of that, I mean, like I said, I've said it over and over, but I just want to keep reminding you, tomorrow, for those who need someone to watch the game, all my Charlotte Gamecocks, my Rock Hill Gamecocks, my Fort Mill, of course, Gamecocks. Hey, wherever else, if you want to drive and link up, we are going to be at the Carolina Ale House location in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Fort Mill, South Carolina, our final watch party of the 2021 football season, guys. Again, it's been a fantastic time. It's been an absolute blast with the Carolina Ale House people. Have really enjoyed them and appreciate them, all their continued love and support and taking care of our people. Again, you show up, tell them you're with TSUS. You get 10% off your food and drink order. Somebody asked, Austin Greer says, would you cry if we won a national championship? Yeah, I probably would. I think so. OU Owns You says, anyways, great show, my guy. Thank you so much. He says, Boomer and Clemson sucks. That's something we can all agree on. Clemson does suck. Folks, hey, appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you all so much for continued love and support. Another fantastic week in the books with the podcast, the Daily Crow, all the content. And stay tuned to the content. Content bleeding out of the freaking eyeballs. You guys already know the drill. Folks, we've hit 2 o'clock. Yours truly is out. Appreciate you all tuning in. And I'll leave you with this. Have a great weekend. Go Cox. Beat Mizzou. and we'll talk to you on